Hello, hello, good evening. Oh boy, I cannot tell you how happy I am to be here with you tonight. Missing a restorative class last week seems like as if it was like ages ago, and it feels like as if it's been forever since I taught a restorative class and was able to practice with you. So I'm so excited to be doing this tonight. With that said, I made a little change of plans, but don't worry, it's not a bad one. I decided that since tonight we're focusing on allowing ease, well, one of the great teachers of allowing ease is actually yin yoga. And we haven't done yin for a few weeks. So let's throw a couple of yin yoga poses into the mix tonight, and then we'll slip right into the restorative where we can just absolutely and completely let go. Let's see. Let's make sure that you have everything. If you don't, now's the time to get it. Your blocks or your books, your blankets, and one or two pillows. We'll be able to make ourselves as much or create as much support for ourselves tonight. That is usually the name of the game. I know that you can't totally answer me in person, but just to kind of set the tone, how was your week? It was Canada Day here yesterday, so happy Canada Day. I hope you had a wonderful celebration and take a moment to yourself right now because we can't have our regular in person chat. Just reflect back. How was your week? You made it all the way to Thursday. Yeah, just a little check in. And now let's totally and completely ground. Find yourself in Sukhasana, your legs crossed. And of course, if your knees are sore or injured, stretch them out in front of you. If your low back is sore or injured, prop yourself up on a little blanket so that you can sit up just a little taller and with a little bit more ease. Perhaps I shall do that tonight. Hands cupped over your knees or palms face the sky, whichever feels most comfortable for you. And on your inhale, you inhale. And on your exhale, allow eyes to close. Nice. Perfect. Allowing yourself the first few breaths to just arrive. It's almost like you're stirring a pot of soup, a kind of soup with all sorts of different bits in it. Maybe minestrone. Let's call it minestrone tonight. No, you're just kind of allowing everything to settle. So wherever it may. And then let's begin with one releasing breath. So take a deep inhale, long deep inhale through your nose, fill up your heart, fill up your lungs. Hang out here for a hot second. And then don't hold back. Exhale, side out through your mouth. Yeah, just let go. Maybe it's the first time you've taken such a deep breath today. Maybe it's the first time you've let go of any tension that you might be holding today. Let's do one more. Long, deep inhale through your nose. And don't hold back. Exhale. Side out through your mouth. Yeah, let yourself deflate if you need to. Taking the shape. Yeah, let's play around with this and taking the shape that your body needs to, wants to right now. I'll give you one full minute, so a full 60 seconds. Perhaps you feel your shoulders hunching over. Perhaps you find yourself lying down on your mat. What is the shape that your body wants to take right now? What is so cool about our bodies is that when you look at the brain where we normally live, because we're busy thinking, analyzing, being logical, the brain processes 40 bits of information per second. 40 bits, that's pretty quick per second. And yet, everything from the neck down, you've got your heart brain and your gut brain. That's where our intuition really lies. 11 million bits of information per second. 11 million bits. There is this wisdom in our body. There is this heart, or there is this mind body connection. We cannot avoid that are surfacing for us. And also, we have this powerful part, this body part of us that is our intuition. And staying exactly in the shape that you ended up taking, maybe your shoulders hunched forward, maybe you chose to lie down on the mat. Just see what arises when you ask it what message it has for you today. What is it trying to tell you, putting yourself in whatever shape that you ended up in? Nice. Okay, if you ended up anywhere except for Sukhasana, bring yourself back to Sukhasana right now. And let's just get on with the rest of our grounding. The huge. Hands cupped over your knees or palms face the sky. And begin to do a body scan as you drop back into the sensations of your body from your head all the way down to your toes. Take your time just to notice what's tired today and what needs some extra TLC. Nice, all the way down to your toes. And then maybe perhaps for the first time all day, maybe perhaps for the first time all week, check in fully with yourself. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Okay, we'll go further. Yeah, let's go a little bit further. It really adds to the allowing ease part and the yin, the yinny poses that we're going to experience. So, of what you are feeling, is there anywhere that's particularly uncomfortable? Maybe there's a sense of frustration or anxiety. Maybe there's an old pattern that you spot that you always feel like you don't have enough time. Or maybe you're really good at berating yourself for not doing enough. Okay, whatever's sticking out to you right now, just keep that in mind and let's break the pattern. So, we're going to take some breathing exercises, just like, almost like our releasing breaths. But the difference is we breathe even deeper and we hold even longer before the exhale. So, whenever you're ready, get all that air out of your lungs, exhale. And then let's begin. Inhale, inhaling through your nose, fill up your heart, fill up your lungs. And just when you feel like as if your lungs are going to not be able to hold any more air, take another sip in and another sip in. Allow your shoulders to fall away from your ears. Hang out here for a hot second, maybe 2 seconds. Oh my gosh, 3 seconds. And then without holding back, exhale through your mouth, letting it all go. Breaking your natural patterns of thinking, your natural patterns of being, the ones that do not serve. One more time. Long, deep inhale through your nose, deep inhale. And just when you feel like you can't take any more, a little sip in, another sip in. Hang out here. We'll do 4 counts this time for 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Last breath and exhale. Let it all go. Nice. Completely fully allowing all of what does not serve to expel. One very last time. Long, deep inhale through your nose, fill up your heart, fill up your lungs, deep inhale. And just when you feel like you can't take any more, another inhale in, another sip of air. And for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, sigh it out. Breaking old patterns, dissolving and letting go of what does not serve you. And just take a moment here with regular breathing. Okay, let's begin. Gently open your eyes. You're not going to move very far. If you're sitting on a blanket, now's a good time to remove it from underneath you. Draw the soles of your feet together, and we'll take a butterfly pose. So we'll do it half yin in that we're going to find support for ourselves. So this is the place where you stack your blocks and you allow your forehead to come down and be supported by your blocks or your books. Or if you have a bolster, that's really good too. If you have a bolster, then perhaps you allow your bolster to sit up atop some of your books or your blocks. And then you can, if you have the space to, just fold forward and allow yourself to be supported by the bolster. Apparently, my inner leg line is super tight today. So we're just going to leave it with the blocks. That gives me more height. And do a quick test for yourself, because with yin, we focus a lot on anatomy. It's not so much the alignment that you have to look a certain way. It's more about where your body's at and where you feel this. So this in your butterfly pose, it's on your inner leg line. But give it a check. And I don't think I've showed you guys this, not on the videos anyway. Sometimes when we hinge forward, I can be here forever. It's not because we're opening any part of our body up. It's because our bones are softening. So if you can see me, I can be here all day long and it doesn't feel like much. So if that's you as well, then perhaps you may need to move your feet a couple inches forward or a couple inches back closer to your sit bone. Play around with your own anatomy. You'll know when you feel that tension. And when you do, settle in, settle down. You want to find a place that is, let's call it medium stretch. So, what I mean by that is that it's it's okay to be slightly uncomfortable. Slightly uncomfortable. We're going to be here for at least 3 minutes. We're going to be here for at least 3 minutes. So, wherever you are, be in a place where you're okay with being here for at least 3 minutes. And the great thing about yin, just like restorative, is that because we're holding these postures for a longer period of time, we have more space, we have more time for reflection. The really great thing about yin that's different from restorative is that sometimes when these postures are a little bit challenging, maybe a little bit uncomfortable, it really asks us to come back into the present moment. It really asks us to stop resisting, to allow. Give in to this posture. Learn to listen to your body and all of the wisdom that it has to share with you. Let's start with the physical level. On the physical level, being in any posture, when you're able to identify the type of sensation that you're currently feeling in your body, beyond good or beyond bad, you're then able to discern. Because in yin yoga, the discomfort is not a bad thing. It's not about being totally, completely comfortable. I promise we're going to switch into that when we get into restorative. But for now, if you're uncomfortable, that's okay. But pain is not. So if you're feeling any sensation of burning or pinching, if there's anywhere in your body right now that you would show me with just one finger exactly where it hurts, exactly where you would even maybe call uncomfortable, that is not a good thing. And you need to shift. Maybe your feet a little bit forward, maybe your feet a little bit back towards your sit bones. If the sensation is something that you're like, yeah, in this general area, it's just really hard to hold it. You're fine. You're good. Know that you're always allowed to change your mind. But if you can, stay in stillness. By change your mind, I mean you can shift into a more comfortable posture. With that said, there's only 3 breaths left. 3 breaths left. And gently release out of this pose. Gently rise all the way back up. Nice. Use your hands, help your knees back together. Stretch your legs out, hands behind you. What you're feeling, find stillness immediately. What you're feeling is the rebound. This is when, on a physical level, your joints had been replenished with synovial fluid or hyaluronic acid. You kind of feel that throughout your body. On an energetic level, if any of stuck energy blockages had been released in this posture, you feel it. Sometimes when you get a really good rebound, it feels like as if that kind of sensation right after a massage, everything just feels so nice. Almost like a daze. Okay, I promise I won't talk so much for the next rebound. You'll have more of an opportunity to feel it. Okay, draw your legs out into a nice wide V. Once again, you'll want your blocks or your bolsters around. Use your hands to remove fleshy parts of your sit bones out. Again, if you're feeling like as if your pelvis is trying to hold soup or that you're sinking in, prop yourself up with a blanket or a thin block. I'll take a double fold of my blanket. And that's going to elongate your spine, yeah, so that you can fold forward a little bit better. And whether you use 2 blocks in your forehead on it, or your blocks and your bolster or your pillow in front of it, whichever one feels most comfortable to you. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, fold forward. Same instructions as before. Find the place where you're being challenged, but you're also able to hold this for a long period of time. Notice the sensations within your body. If need be, make the necessary adjustments and then find stillness.
Are there parts of you that are unnecessarily gripping? The tops of your legs soften. Your arms soften. If you find your arms working extra hard or shaking, either give yourself a little bit more height with the blocks or place a pillow underneath your hands. Our yin poses are about the long game. It's not about strengthening like in our yang, where we do multiple movements and it can go pretty quickly. This is a long game. It's through the passage of time that we're able to experience the benefits of our yin postures. It takes your body a couple of minutes to almost get that message. You can almost feel it. It's about now that you would feel it when that happens. Almost like, oh, I see. You're asking me, oh, okay, you're saying that I can relax, I can let go. Okay. And at those points, you find a little more ease in the posture. You may even find yourself needing a little less support. You can come down a little further. Long, deep inhale. And as you exhale, gently rise all the way up your head to the last thing to come up so that you don't get a major head rush. Nice. Use your hands to gently bring a bend into your knees. If you're sitting on a blanket, allow it to be removed from underneath you. Let's get into our hips, shall we? Square, square, or shoelace. So start with your right foot in front. Start by matching your left shin toward the edge of your mat. And we begin with the loose square. So again, it's not so much about how you're looking, it's about where you're feeling this. For some of you, you do this and you can already feel this in your right hip. Perfect. Excellent. You found your place. And for others, you may find that you want to stack that right foot onto your left calf or onto your left knee, maybe right all the way up over onto your left knee. If you can kind of stack them up, this is also called fire log pose. You can see kind of why. You can stack it up in such a manner. Do so if you need support. You may place a block underneath your right knee. And further yet, because if this isn't feeling quite right in that right hip, you can go ahead and draw that left sit bone all the way towards your right and cross your knees together for shoelace posture. Hands on your ankles. Whichever feels the best to you. Take a moment, play around with it. Nice. And once you're settled, settle in, settle down, remembering that you can allow yourself to take any support that you need. If you want more, need more, we've already done quite a bit of forward folding, but you can go ahead and fold forward. Maybe a forehead on the block or a forehead on a pillow. If your mind wanders, and it tends, if something becomes challenging,
Count your breath. You know that trick. Count your breath. Inhale for 1. Exhale for 2. We do this often in our restorative practice. Inhale for 3. Exhale 4. And all the way to 10. Let go even more. Allowing ease into this posture. Whether that means releasing tension or adding support. Allow ease within this posture. Long, deep inhale. And exhale. And on your next breath, very slowly, allow yourself to rise. Nice. Allow your legs to stretch out in front of you, hands back behind you. Let it be comfortable. Noticing what you notice. Taking a rebound here. If you're so inclined, you can come up into Shavasana for a moment. Find stillness as quick as possible. Nice. Moving slowly when you're ready. The other side. Come all the way back up. And left leg over the right. So go ahead, play around with your favorite posture, or favorite variation of this posture. Loose, square, square. Again, you can use a block underneath that left knee for support if you'd like. Or you can cross your knees, left knee over your right, or shoelace. Take your time, adjust yourself, and should you wish to do so, you can even fold forward. Using support, any of the blocks that you would like, any of the blocks that you would need, and settling right into stillness. Don't forget about noticing your body sensations. Anything that burns or pinches or feels like as your bones are grinding together, that's not a good sensation. And that means that you need to make a shift, whether it be to add more support or to take a different variation, so that you're not putting yourself in that pain. The pain is not good. The discomfort, well, that's a wise teacher. And that's totally okay. And speaking of the wise teacher, you've experienced for a few postures now. The opening that happens, the ease that happens when you allow the ease to happen, when you give up your resistance. So just like your yin postures, where is it that you're gripping on in life? Where is it? Are you resisting and unwilling to let go? And in turn, preventing the ease from coming into your life. Sometimes that comes from a need for a sense of control. Sometimes that comes from not trusting, a lack of trust that things will turn out. That if you let go of the tops of your legs right now, your quadriceps, that you may not be okay. But as proven, by releasing any tension in your body right now, you will. So where in your life you need to release this unnecessary gripping so that life can take its flow, so that you can flow with life. Long, deep inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Rise all the way back up, nice and slow. Nice job. Unwind your legs, stretch them out, whether you stay seated or whether you come all the way down to Shavasana. Either way, find stillness as quickly as possible. And just notice what you do. Sometimes there's a sensation of coolness in the parts of your bodies that was just worked on, just restored with the yin posture. Sometimes there might be warmth. Of course, the best kind of rebound. But it feels like nice and mushy right after a massage. Okay. I think we've done our fair share of work for the day, right? Let's move into restorative. Now we're really going to get melty and feel good. Okay, take one or two pillows. Let's take a supported pigeon. So wherever you are, you don't have to quickly. In fact, I would recommend that you move nice and slowly. Draw your pillows toward the long edge of your mat. Coming vertical alongside your body. And let's start with the right hand side. Right shin crosses toward the lower edges of your pillow. Left leg out behind you. Left toes point down toward the ground. And again, if you need support, allow yourself now to have support. Nothing should feel challenging in the least, at least not in your body. Your mind we'll talk about in a bit. Okay, whenever you're ready, go ahead, settle in, settle down, the right cheek down onto your pillow. The name of the game, moving here on in, is to be as comfortable as possible. Nice, long inhale. And exhale, sink in, sink down. Inhale. And exhale, sink, sink down.
kind of teased you, saying that the name of the game, and it's easy for our body to just physically become as comfortable as possible. So there's no challenges there anymore, and that the challenge is only in our mind. And the question for that is, can you allow yourself to be comfortable? Can you allow yourself to be here, feeling good in your supported pigeon, with no need to challenge yourself in any way, to look for, feel the stretch, like how we do when we do our flow classes? Can you allow yourself to truly be here, breathing in your inhales, your exhales? Not a care in the world. No matter what else is going on in your outer life, that you create this sanctuary, this space for yourself, where there truly is no expectation, there is no anticipation. If you're uncomfortable in any way, make a change so that it feels good to be where you are. You're totally allowed to make a change, to change your mind so that you become more comfortable. Long, deep inhale. And exhale. And then slowly, slower than you want, way slower than you want. Come up onto the palms of your hands. Nice. Let's take a pit stop in the middle before moving on to the other side. Move your pillows off to the side and come into crocodile pose. So you're down on your belly, opposite hand to opposite elbow. Your feet out toward the outer edges of your mat. Forehead on your forearms. And just melt in. Fall forward. Doing a scan from your head down to your toes and release any tension that you may be holding. Simply softening. Slowly, so very slowly, bring yourself up. Maybe, if you feel like it, you can even bring yourself back. Do a quick child's pose, but only if that's going to feel good. Otherwise, begin setting yourself up for the other side of supported pain. Eventually, find yourself set up in support on your left-hand side. A block or a blanket underneath your left sit bone, if that feels better for you, if that helps support yourself in this posture. I'll use some blanket. Shifting the yin postures has primed you for really noticing and getting refined with understanding your body sensations. So shifting so that there is no place that's uncomfortable for you. So that you can totally and fully sink in, allowing yourself to be supported by the pillows, by your blocks and your blankets. Doing a scan here to allow every part of your body to soften. There's no one part that needs to be gripping. And again, if it is, make a shift, add some support. Can you allow yourself to be held like this? Can you trust that you can let yourself just do nothing, to just rest? Long, deep inhale. And exhale. Slower than you want. Begin to rise up from your reclined pigeon. Nice. Move your pillows to the side and come down onto your back. Take a twist. Shift your hips over toward the right. And allow your knees to fall over toward the left in your twist. You can choose to allow your legs to straighten out in front of you. So hug your knees closer into your chest. Or to place your left hand over
leg. Right hand right out beside you. Gaze past your right shoulder. Inhale. Knees come to center. Nice. You might stay here just for a moment. And then shift your hips over toward the left, your knees over toward the right. Same options apply. Keep your knees bent with your right hand over top of your left leg. And straighten out your legs. Take a deeper twist. Hug your knees closer into your chest. All of the above or none of the above. Whatever feels best to you. This is the art of feeling good. Inhale. And exhale, draw your knees back to center. All right, we've made it. The star posture of the day, Shavasana. So whenever you're ready, bring yourself into Shavasana, your legs straight out in front of you, your hands down beside you, making sure that your shoulder blades are nice and flat against the ground, your palms face the sky, your feet flopped out to either which way. Because this is a restorative class, we're going to be here for a little while. Oh, take time to make this feel luxurious, to allow this to feel so good. Perhaps a blanket or an eye pillow comes atop you. Perhaps you place a pillow underneath your knees to help support that low back. And it's also a good time to put your socks on if you don't have your socks on already. And then wherever you are, settle into Shavasana. Eyes closed and releasing breath. Deep inhale through your nose. And exhale, slide out through your mouth. Sink in, sink down. Nice. Allow your eyes to drop to the back of your head down into the mat. And the softening, almost like as if your body's sensing someone massaging you all over. From the crown of your head that softens to your neck and your shoulders. Space between your eyes soften, your ears, your jaws soften. It becomes easier to breathe as your chest softens, no longer tightening, no longer constricting. Softening your entire back from the nape of your neck all the way down towards your tailbone. And the entire trunk of your body, your ribs, your lungs, your belly. Notice your sacrum being supported underneath you. Notice the space around your pelvis. Supported, steady. Both legs, tops and the bottoms. Both arms, tops and the bottoms. All 10 fingers, even the insides of your palms. All 10 toes, even the inner and outer edges of your feet. Allowing yourself to completely let go. Just sink in to be supported by your mat and in turn the earth beneath you. Can you allow yourself to be supported? Can you allow yourself to be here without any expectations or anticipations? We crave this ease in our lives. Just want it to be easy. Just want things to work. What's so revelationary, I think I made that word up, is that it's actually a choice to allow ease, even when it's hard. There's still even a tiny little bit of a choice for us to allow it to be done with ease. And usually what's holding us back are the expectations of ourselves or the expectations of how the situation will go. So practice now in the Shavasana. Can you let go of all expectations of Shavasana? Of all expectations of yourself, of this practice. And just simply be. Who or what is the part of you that is able to observe your long, deep inhales, your long, deep exhales? Part of you that's able to sense yourself almost melting into the mat. Part of you that can choose. Allow yourself to just let go and just be here in Shavasana. Almost until you have that floating, drifting feeling. And as you float and you drift, lose all senses except for the noticing of those long, deep inhales, your long, deep exhales, the aliveness within you, part of you that has that ever present sense of stillness, peace, and clarity. Gently reawaken just enough so that you can make a decision if you have the time to. And you may decide to stay in Shavasana, which I recommend, for as long as you can. But if you do have to attend to the rest of whatever needs to happen this evening, then begin to shift so that you fully reawaken. Don't do anything just yet. Just take a moment here to decide. And then, if you're going to sink back into Shavasana, allow yourself to sink back into Shavasana. And if you're going to get up, then do so very slowly, slower than you want. Wherever you are, I'll leave you here. Thank you so much for practicing with me tonight. I'm so happy to be here with you. Until I see you in the next class, namaste.